Hey guys, good morning, good evening, and today I'm going to show you some small cap stocks that are about to explode and go much higher. So let's get into it straight away. LINC is looking really interesting. So as you can see a pattern here, it's looking very strong. You can imagine the 50-day moving average here running along the bottom of these troughs here. Breakout, pullback, breakout, pullback, breakout, pullback, and going higher and higher. So I expect this stock to do much the same. We've had a big breakout past 29 bucks. Let's have a look at it. And I think you want to be buying the troughs on this Lincoln Education, but it's going really high here, and I like the look of this a lot. A lot of volume coming in before earnings, so somebody knows something, obviously, expecting good earnings. I think we've popped out above, let's call it 25 bucks. A little bit of a dip and then a big explosion upwards. So this is going to be going higher. Keep your eyes on Lincoln LINC. I like that a lot. CPS, let's have a look. A violent swinger. So it's gone up and down in this big peaky pit here, and it's coming back down now because this is a few days old. This Friday, the February the 13th, so it's coming back down. But this is one to keep an eye on. CPS looking really interesting, and you know the pullbacks can be quite vicious, so keep your stops in nice and tight, but money to be made in these bits. And let's have a look. We'll go back to Wednesday and see what's happening. So SIF, I like to look at stocks that are kind of in the 10 to $5 to $15 range of money here, and bit of a fake out there. You would get shafted on that one. That came all the way back and took how long? A long time to get back up again. But look at this, wow. So I don't like the violent swing ones, but let's have a look at this VPV, CCN, and this is one I've spoken about before, AHHR. That could be interesting, but this is the one that I'm really excited about just now, SFL. So what gets me excited about this kind of stock is it's had this big trough here, and it's suddenly had a breakout. It's had this big charge up, and this is the first of what I think will be many breakouts. So bookmark that, SFL, looking really interesting, and this is going to go much higher. It's very unlikely that this will just break out and collapse and never come back again. So let's have a look at the detailed chart on SFL. I think this is in my watch list already. Yep, so since the breakout, it's jumped 13% in just 4 days. So that's a pretty fantastic return for your money there. I would wait until it pulls back to the one of the moving averages, maybe the 20 or the 50. Bit toppy to get in just now, but buy the pullbacks on this one. That's SFL. And HCSG, Healthcare Services, also looks amazing. So what we get is these breakouts and the pullbacks, and you want to be buying in on these dips here. So that's another big breakout happening just a few days ago. Let's have a look at the chart for more details. HCSG, Healthcare Services. So yeah, this looks really fun, doesn't it? And they've had a big earnings, surprised 90%, and it's had that typical breakout and then pullback. So keep an eye on this one. I like this trade a lot, and the RSI has come back down, which is what we love. And let's keep an eye on it. It's touched that previous resistance, which is now support, which is really nice. And I'll be waiting for a green candle day to get in just to make sure that it's not going to keep falling. So HCSG looks like an absolute banger. Now let's go to Thursday. Looking for these small caps. I mean, wow, look at that. That's interesting, isn't it? SRL, Scully Royalty. And RWT, this is interesting too. That's one to watch. RWT, that's going to go much higher. NVG on a tear. Let's see if we can break past the 13 bucks. And Tuesday, what happened just a couple of days ago? Yeah, that's a nice one, isn't it? Grace Therapeutics, we'll have a look at that one. Also very interesting, huge pivot point change of sentiment on that stock. So let's have a look. I like CCO. This is a clear channel, something I've been talking about for a few days, and it's looking pretty strong. Earnings coming up. Will there be a big earnings pop? That's kind of interesting. And let's have a look at SRL. Yeah, it's a little bit choppy, but it's just had a big jump on nice volume, and you want to be getting in around here. It's respecting the 20-day moving average, which I really like. That Scully royalty looks really interesting. I'm going to add that to the watch list because it's really nice. SRL, and that is up how much in just a couple of weeks? 70% returns on Scully royalty. So let's keep an eye on that. I really like it. I will be getting in on that on a pullback when it comes back down to the 20-day. Love that trade. GRCE not happening. Let's move on. Lots of opportunities elsewhere. CMPS. Oh, big gap up. Ginormous. 35 million in volume. Someone dropping 250 mil. Do you think they know something about earnings? Possibly. Keep an eye on that one. CMPS, Compass Pathways, also looking very interesting indeed just before earnings. And what else have we got? So I'm in the ERAS trade right now, and that's looking quite nice, which I'm pleased to say. I got in just a couple of days ago, and it's already up a few percent, but this is looking pretty nice on this trend line too. If I zoom out, I can elaborate on the ERAS trade, which is just the most bonkers trade of the month, potentially the year. I got stopped out pretty quickly at 100% trade there. And I got stopped out in this red candle here, which is a bit my mistake. I didn't think it was going to go much higher than 100, but what do you know? It's up 300% in just over a month. So wow, ERAS. I'm back into ERAS. I'm in at 100 at 12.53, and it continues to go higher than 13 bucks. I will add more to the position because it's just on an absolute tear, and ERAS is an absolute banger. ERAS. So I will be adding more to that. My stop is in at about 10%, so $1.20, so 11.30, and if it comes down there, I'm out. But obviously, I'm not expecting it to. It's had that little bit of support at 11.30. That's a really nice trade, I hope. And so, what else are we watching? Let's have a look. What's in the banger list? So MI had a big drop. Look at that. Whoa, and it's popped back up. So a little bit too volatile for me, that one, but I'd like to keep watching it because it's kind of interesting. Sing, as expected, I got stopped out here. I should have waited a little bit longer. It doesn't look good. It's way down below the 20, so I will keep watching it just for fun. And Toyo has had that really predictable kind of bounce off the 20. Let's see if it holds it and moves higher. Might be an in at around $9. Looking very interesting. CCO, Grace Therapeutics, we just spoke about, which I quite like. A bit of a gap up there, which is kind of nice, and that's a little bit of a breakout. A little bit of a consolidation, sort of bull flag shape there, and a big pop on volume, and they obviously had a great earnings, did they? 50%. SFL is the nice trade that I've been talking about. Let me look at this. What a move. Buy on the breakout. How much do you make on Pocky in just a few days? Let's see, you got in here. 17% in just 2 weeks. Beautiful, beautiful. And HG I'm really excited about. I think this is an amazing trade. Buy the dip. I've been waiting for the dip. I guess that was the little mini dip, but it's looking pretty strong, isn't it? Above 28 bucks, so that could be a thing also. HCSG I really like too as a trade. I'm loving seeing this. Let's see the pullbacks, and hopefully we'll see a green candle very soon on that one. And JOB has been doing very interesting things, so quite volatile, but we'll check it out and keep an eye on it. So until next time, loads of small cap trades to get into and make some money. Cheers, peace and love. Keep waiting for breakouts, and like the video if you can, and subscribe and check out that video up there. See you later. Bye.